Hi everybody and welcome to You Can Cook Anything with Bob and JP. I'm Bob. You're not JP.
No.
This is JP and my nephew Cameron. Cameron's here on spring break, and as part of our series of cooking with our family, we invited him to come and cook his favorite dish. So Cameron, why don't you tell everybody, what are we making?
We're going to be making Bananas Foster bread pudding. It's a dessert from the Ohana restaurant at the Polynesian Village Resort at Walt Disney World. As you know, our family loves going to Walt Disney World. I've been there many times myself, and this is my favorite dessert to get when I'm there. And since we're not there all that often, I really like making it at home because it's something I enjoy and something I can make quick and easy.
Yep, that's great, and I've never made it, so it's going to be good to get him to show me how. And you know, it's kind of fitting that you'd pick something from the Polynesian with the name Ohana because
Ohana means family.
Ohana means family. So stick around because we're going to take you through all the ingredients and we're going to put this all together and we're going to make
Ohana bread pudding. Okay.
So what do we got?
So we have 5 eggs,
Fresh from my chickens,
3 cups of whole milk,
whole milk,
salt,
salt,
nutmeg,
fresh nutmeg ground from the nutmeg,
sugar.
big thing of sugar.
We have some King's Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, so the recipe actually calls for the bread that they serve at the Ohana, but since we couldn't fly down, grab some bread and bring it back, the second thing it called for was French bread. But here's the thing, Hawaiian sweetbread is actually Portuguese sweetbread that they started making after many of the people, mostly from the Azores, went to the islands and taught them how to make. So when you go to the market and see King's Hawaiian rolls, this is Portuguese sweetbread. So I was tempted to actually get Portuguese sweetbread, but I figured we'd try to keep as close to Ohana as possible. So this is what we're using. And this is empty because we had to pre-prepare it.
As a college student, King's Hawaiian is an important fixture in our dorm room. I eat them all the time, you know. They're quick and easy, spray butter. Nothing goes better than that.
I can't argue with it. All right, so what's the second half? So that's the bread pudding, right? So what's the next part? Because we got all this stuff.
The best part of this dessert is probably the sauce, and it's a Bananas Foster sauce. So we have, once again, sugar, brown
White
sugar,
right?
white and brown.
Brown.
Some corn syrup, unsalted butter,
Got that.
heavy cream,
Got that.
vanilla extract,
Got that.
spiced rum,
Got that.
and bananas.
Got them. All right. So that's all the ingredients we need. We're going to assemble the bread pudding first. We work on the sauce second. One of the things, if you're going to make this, stop now. Take the bread. It's 8 cups of bread. I basically use 2 packages of Hawaiian rolls. It's a little off of 8 cups, but it's fine. Because one of the things you have to do is you have to cut or rip it into thirds and then toast it in the oven at 350. So do that now. Pause the video, come on back, and we'll show you how to do the rest. Now these all just get mixed in. So it's the 5 eggs, 3 cups of milk, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1.5 cups of sugar, and the 8 cups of bread. And it all gets put in one bowl together and mixed. Interesting fact about nutmeg, it's toxic. Don't have too much nutmeg. Okay, actually you need like, I don't know, some ridiculous amount of them, but still toxic. Okay. Okay, so now we just assemble it. We get the bread, put the bread in the pan. Oh, careful there, big guy.
There we go.
Easier to just fold it on itself and then pour it right in. There you go. And then we're just gonna dump this right on it.
Trying to get it everywhere.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Spread it out. God, I would eat it just like this. All right, now, here, just nice and slow. Pour that over the top. The only thing I want to do to this, other than obviously eat it, is I want to pack it in a little. So the reason I'm packing it down is so all the bread really gets into the custard. That's what this actually is. It's custard. So we get all in the custard.
2 very boring minutes later.
You're going to bake it in the oven at 325 for 1 hour. Since you browned your bread at 350, what you should have done at the beginning is just turn it down to 325. Back in 1 hour or right now.
1 hour later.
Okay, well the bread is almost done baking in the oven, so it was time to make the sauce. So we went ahead and added everything to the pan. There's 4 ounces of sugar, white sugar, 4 ounces of brown sugar. We used light brown. There's 4 ounces of corn syrup. There's also 4 ounces, which is 1 stick of unsalted butter, and half a cup of heavy cream. The other half a cup you add after a boil. So Cameron's going to take this to the stove. We're going to get the heat going. We're going to get the sauce cooking. Bring it to a boil. Once it's at a boil, slowly add the other half of a cup of heavy cream. Keep it at a boil the whole time. So you want to heat on high and constantly stirring or you'll burn this. After you have all the cream in, you're going to go 3 more minutes, which will thicken up the candy. Then we'll add the other ingredients and go right onto the bread. So we'll show you that in 1 second. Cameron, to the stove.
Here we go.
All right.
A few moments later.
All right, well, Cameron did a great job. We have a nice, thick, rich sauce here. The next part was to flambe it, but I thought it'd be better to do it here. So we'll see. I don't have a lot of faith in this flambeing, but we're going to find out. Cameron, mix it. Yeah, nothing. Okay, this is a good time to pause and talk about flambe. So flambe is when the alcohol fumes ignite. When you use something that's 40% or under, it will not flambe. It calls for spiced rum. 35% alcohol by volume will never burn. Now I have Bacardi 151, which they've stopped making. We'll flambe it once it's on the dessert, but for now we get a decent flavor of a little bit of rum in there, which is okay. Now we need to add a teaspoon of that vanilla, Cameron. Except instead of using that, I want you to use your eyes and pour about a teaspoon. I will defend you with this so we don't overdo it. What do you think? That's about a half. That's good, because you actually want a little more than it calls for. As you can go back and check out our churros episode, you'll see that a little extra vanilla is never a bad thing. All right, bananas. Keep mixing.
We used 2 bananas. We sliced them up. The recipe called for 1 cup.
There it is. Ohana bread pudding. Now we need to let it rest for 5 minutes, the toughest 5 minutes of our lives, and then we're going to combine these, taste it, and tell you what we think. The vultures are already starting to move in the wings, so I'm sure our tasters will be here shortly too. Stick around. We waited 5 minutes. Now we're going to throw this on a plate. Then we flambe, because we're going to flambe right, flames, fire. Before we ruin it, the flambe, look at how pretty that is. That just,
I am so excited.
You did such a good job. All right, ready? Go, flambéed. That's why you need high alcohol to do this. You wouldn't want to put this in the sauce. Do not make that mistake. It'll taste horrible. But for a quick flambe, just a touch, it makes it really pretty when you serve it. I know it's tough to see. We will taste it before the vultures come, and we get our official taste testers in here. Ready?
Yep.
All right. That's amazing. The banana flavor is incredibly rich, and that sauce is amazing because it's not overly sweet. I don't feel like it's punching me in the face with sweetness, and the bread being toasted gives it that little nutty flavor almost. All right, official tasters.
That's really good.
Yeah, he did good? He did good. You heard it right here. It's the best. Is it better than Disney? Serving suggestion says a la mode. So we have ice cream to go on this. We're going to stop now so you don't see us gorge out. We're going to make some plates of this. We're going to eat dessert before dinner tonight. Cameron, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Come back. We're going to be doing a whole series of these. If you liked what you saw, please click the subscribe button. The little bell icon next to it will give you notifications so you know when our latest videos comes out. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, give us a like, and most importantly, your comments mean everything to us. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't. Do you want us to make something special? Did you try to make this? How did it come out? Did you like it or make a variation? Thanks for coming, and don't forget what JP and I always say.